My name's Lucas, I'm 15 years old, and I'm actually not going back to high school. So I actually recently graduated this summer, and a lot of people ask me how I did it because I did it very, very quickly. So a little bit of backstory, I actually used to go to an in-person traditional high school, just a normal one. But then this summer, I decided to actually quit that school, go to online school, and just do that instead. The online school I chose was called Penn Foster. It's like one of the most popular ones. You can choose any of them if you want to. And basically, this is how it works. In my state, you need 21 credits to graduate, and every class is about 1 credit. Some are half. So every credit or class might have like 100 assignments. But the cool thing is, you actually don't have to do them. So for me, I was always kind of, like smart, I guess, I don't know. And I didn't have to spend that much time actually focusing on learning. So what I chose to do is I actually just took the test, which is the only rated part. And in Penn Foster, they're called exams. So for every class, there's anywhere from like 3 to 9 exams per class. So I'd literally just go in, do the exam, which is like 9 to 20 questions. And then I get credit for that class, and I don't even have to start any of the assignments. But there is a bit of a problem. So Penn Foster kind of tries to prevent against people doing this. And the way that they do that is basically by putting a limit on how many exams you can complete per week. Now they say their limit is 15 exams per week, but this isn't totally true. Because if you reach that limit, they won't say anything, and they actually don't prevent you from completing any more exams. They'll send you an email called a rapid progression notice, and after you get 3 of those in a row, that means that they'll have to submit for academic review, and it's a whole big deal. But as long as you stay under those 3, it doesn't matter how fast you complete it. So for the first week, I was just going through and I was, completing them at a normal speed. But then I figured out about the test, and I figured out I didn't even have to do any of the assignments. And once I learned that, I just went full speed. So on week 2, I completed something like 50 tests. So I got like 5 full year-long credits in like a week. And then I got a rapid progression notice, and they said, you can't get 3 of these or else we're gonna have to submit for academic review. So I said, okay. So then next week I did the exact same thing. I actually doubled down. I got all the rest of my credits in that 1 week. And then I got another rapid progression notice. But at this point it didn't matter because I already had all my credits. At that point, after just 23 days of high school, I was done. I had to wait for a few assignments to get graded, but other than that, I literally just got my diploma. And the thing is, it's like, yeah, I'm like, I'm pretty smart, but I'm not even like particularly smart. It's just very, very easy. But a lot of people ask me if they should do this, and I say pretty much as a general rule to almost everybody, no. If you watch my other videos, you'll see I'm kind of in an exceptional circumstance where it makes sense for me to, and it's not broadly applicable to pretty much anybody else. There's some exceptions, obviously, like I even know some people who I'd recommend it to, but graduating this early, there's not really a big reason for it. But if you are gonna do it, here are my tips. First of all, set a goal. Are you just trying to take online high school because you don't like your school, or are you trying to just graduate as fast as possible because you have a business or something else you need to do? If it's the first option, you can literally just dedicate like an hour a day and you're good. If you want to take the second option, then you really do have to dedicate about a month to just doing this. You can do other things too, but it's just, you're gonna be spending a lot of time on this. My second tip is to not cheat. I didn't cheat, and I don't think you should. If you want to, you can. Again, like if you're really successful, it's fine. But honestly, it's very, very easy to just do it yourself. So I just do it. My third tip kind of ties into that though. If you are going to cheat, they use Grammarly's AI checker on all the essays. My fourth piece of advice is, just so you know, if you complete any amount above 15 exams in a week, they won't flag you for academic review. So academic review is when they have some actual person go in, see how fast you're taking these tests, and they'll make a decision on whether or not you're cheating. So the limit for that is 15 exams per week for 3 consecutive weeks. The thing is though, even if you complete 100 exams in a week, they still won't flag you for academic review as long as it's not your 3rd report. So what you should do is, if you're going to go this way, is either complete all your credits in like 2 weeks, or go 2 weeks and lock in and get a bunch of credits done, then take like a week or 2 off and just do barely anything, and then take another 2 weeks and lock in and just do the rest of it. Honestly, if you get those 3 consecutive reports, you're just cooked. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm gonna try my best to answer every single one, and subscribe.